Hello, and welcome to Collision Repair's Bodyshop Talk podcast.
I'm Gideon Scanlon, editor at Collision Repair magazine.
I'm Elizabeth Sargent, reporter at Collision Repair magazine.
Orest Tkaczuk, associate publisher, Collision Repair.
So today we're talking about the recent IBIS conference in Italy, which Orest was good enough to attend for all of us. Orest, was this your first IBIS conference?
Yes, it was.
What was your impression of the event?
Well, it was a great event. They had a lot of industry leaders who discussed the future of the collision repair industry, and the theme this year was Passion for Progress.
Now, were there any particular ideas that stood out to you during the event? Anything that caught your interest? Anything that you think the community would like to know about?
There were two key areas that were of particular interest. There was two individuals who spoke about artificial intelligence and the role of artificial intelligence in the collision repair industry. The other area that was of particular interest to me was the customer of the future, how to deal with millennials and with the new technology available. How should shops better prepare themselves?
Perfect. Well, why don't we start with artificial intelligence? What was the big headline? What was the thing that surprised you most about those talks?
Well, artificial intelligence has the ability to identify objects better than humans. So their success rate is better than humans. They can identify cancer, skin cancer, better than doctors can. So artificial intelligence can learn. So it learns from its own processes and improves over the course of time. So they've also discussed how artificial intelligence can be used in the estimating area.
So what you'd be talking about here would be a photo going through to an insurer and then an AI technology assessing the photo of the damage and reporting back an estimate.
So Versic Insurance Solutions, they have an app already that an individual can download, take pictures of their car after an accident, and the app and the artificial intelligence can more accurately predict the damage that was caused to that vehicle, which will ensure that you have all the correct parts, having all the things required to start your repair process and not be delayed with an inaccurate estimate.
Now, as I understand it, while you were away, news broke that something similar, a similar program had been adopted by Aviva, and Liz, you covered that.
I did indeed. So it was Intact Insurance that released a program. It was in partnership with Snapsheet, which is just the name of the application. And basically, Intact customers can take pictures of the damage, upload it, automatically they get an appraisal, and it just kind of cuts out that extra step of having to take your car to a shop to get appraised and bring it back to the insurance brokerage. It takes that all out, and just immediately they have their payment. So
No.
yes.
Orest, why don't you tell us about the next subject there, the managing of millennials, which you have a little experience in.
Yeah. So the other area was they had a panel. In that panel, there was Steve Leal from Canada, the president and CEO of Fixed Network World. There was Theodosios from Solace Accident Repair Centers. There was Lucy Carter from Axo Nobel, Farzam Afshar from Verifax Automotive, and they all discussed things that companies should be considering when they're dealing with the customer of the future.
And what were some of the ideas they discussed?
Basically, that businesses need to be more flexible to be able to meet the needs of the millennials. Millennials are making selections based on peer reviews on Google. How many shops today know their Google rating? How many shops today have a hashtag for feedback? Shops need to know these things because millennials are more and more turning to those avenues to select a shop. Also, millennials want convenience. They want to be able to go into a shop 24 hours a day. They want to have different modes of communication. They want to call in person. They want to have an app and get results live on an app. Do they want to check on the web? Millennials today are demanding more and more from companies. And if companies want to succeed, they need to adapt to the needs of the new consumers.
Now we've seen a similar topic raised by our own friend of the magazine and contributor Jay Perry, who very much talked about it from the employer perspective, which is something you can read about all in our upcoming collision repair issue, but I just wanted to check with you, Orest. Did they talk about what it was like to manage millennials?
Well, they did talk about hiring millennials. So they did speak about trying to find ways to attract millennials in the industry. So once again, should you have somebody who's 60 years old pitching to people that are entering the workforce? Or should you have somebody who's tech savvy and 25 years old presenting to teenagers and showing how technically demanding our industry is? Everything from computers to mechanical, safety. There's all these different components involved in the collision repair industry that most people are unaware of.
Now, Orest, a recent bit of news that has just broken is that IBIS will be teaming up with Automechanica for at least 2 conferences, one of which is in Frankfurt in 2020. Can we expect you to be attending that?
Well, definitely somebody from collision repair will be attending future IBIS events. There's also one coming up in Monaco, I hear, next year, the Global Summit.
Well, das ist gut and salam. Join us next week when we take on the little matter of OEM shop referrals. Thanks to all our listeners and advertisers for their support of the magazine and this podcast.
That's all we have for Body Shop Talk. I'm Elizabeth Sargent, signing off.